Let's go, Mark. Let's go, Mark. 407 on the bar.
Yeah, which you kept posting.
He ripped that off the floor. No problem. Yes! Nice job, Mark. Nice job.
Alright, so where do I even begin with this meet? Well, the first thing I'll say is, damn, I made some pretty decent progress in only 12 weeks. So, considering my meet with USPA in March, honestly, I was feeling pretty beat up. So I was kind of surprised that I put up the performance that I did with USAPL on June 17th. Another thing is, dang, I need to stop overthinking when it comes to deadlift. Like, throughout my whole mentality, throughout my whole mindset throughout this whole meet, I was like, oh my god, it's a stiff bar, it's a stiff bar, stiff bar. I'm going to lose 50 pounds on my deadlift, 50 pounds on my total, whatever. You know, whether you can pull or not is really what matters. It's like if you can't pull on a stiff bar or a deadlift bar, it really doesn't matter. You're probably just not going to get the weight. So I told myself, you know what? You got a 402 pounds on the deadlift bar in USPA, so it should translate decently still with this Alico bar here. I will say that bar was pretty stiff, but I really didn't feel that much of a difference. So that's something I need to change with my mindset next competition. Another thing I'll say is, damn, I was so close with a two-plate bench. Um, I will say that the start command for this meet for bench was a little long, but I felt like I was decently prepared for the pause bench and everything. I really focused on bench for my cycle leading up to this meet. So I think I put it in, a decent amount of work in terms of bench. It's just I've never held two plates 225 over my body before. So I just was not expecting to really hit it, but I had nothing to lose. Another thing is, honestly, I left a decent amount of weight on the platform in terms of squat. Bench and deadlift, I felt like I went pretty all out, but squat, 330 went way too smooth. My third attempt, I was thinking, oh my god, I probably could at least hit 3065 that day, but that's something to take away for the next competition. So I'm looking at about a 34-pound meat PR since March. And then I also hit PRs on meat PRs in terms of squat, bench, deadlift, all-time PR for deadlift at 407 pounds. So where does this leave me now? Well, honestly, I'm feeling very beat up. I'm feeling very tired. So I'm going to take a very long off season. The next time I'll be competing will be definitely next spring or summer 2018. Just really giving my body time to rest and recuperate. Because right now my goals are kind of shifting right now. Definitely the rest of this year I want to lean out and just build on my physique. So I'll be actually trying to document that progress all the way to December. So I'm kind of looking at a lean phase, cutting phase, so to speak, all the way up to December, just giving myself enough time to lose a decent amount of pounds in fat. But definitely will be coming back to the platform in 2018. Kind of how my timeline is looking, I'll be taking the MCAT, the Medical College Admissions Test. I'll be taking that May 2018. So I probably won't do the March USPA meet again, just because I want to focus on the MCAT. But definitely we'll be doing this USAPL meet again in June 2018. And then I want to use that as a qualifier for either regionals or nationals, depending on my performance that day. Now, honestly, like if I had gone down to 66 kilograms, I would have qualified for nationals as a junior, but I was originally going to go in as a 74 kilo lifter for this meet, but YOLO, I ended up being 74.6 kilograms on weigh-ins that morning. And honestly, I was like, it's not that serious. I just wanted to have fun that day. I probably could have easily lost those zero point 0.6 kilos just walking around, talking to people, spitting in a cup maybe, but I just really wasn't thinking about that. And so I ended up in the 83 kilo weight class actually, which is kind of funny. And for some reason, they still gave me a first place medal for 83 kilo as a junior. I guess it's because I was the only 83 kilo lifter in the morning session because all the 83s were in the second session in the afternoon. So, Alamo, I don't really deserve that first place medal, but whatever. I don't really care about the medal. I care about that I hit a higher total this meet. And then a second thing is my deadlift. Um, I will say the third attempt deadlift, I understand why I got red lighted by the right side judge. It's because my lockout was definitely sketchy. I was not really proud of how that deadlift looked, even compared to the USPA 402-pound one. So lockout is definitely something I need to work on in the future, or not in the future. Like I'm gonna start working on it this off season. So do a lot more block pulls and more specific variations that will hit my lockout and make it much stronger. Just so on meet day I don't have to worry about lockout because I've been focusing on power off the floor so much I've neglected lockout. So that's something I need to work on. So I gotta say this competition was phenomenal. I gotta hand it to USAPL Missouri. Gotta hand it to Nick White, the meet director for this competition. Just he handled it so well. It was run very efficiently. Timing went really fast because USPA meet, I waited, I remember like 7 hours total. Whereas this meet, like I was only lifting from pretty much 9 to 2 p.m., 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So it was going very fast. I wasn't really feeling drained at any point. I mean, nutrition was on point that day too, but just everything was going swell. So I got to hand it to Nick White and then also Chris and Dustin Thacker, owners of the Lab Gym. The Lab Gym is an awesome facility. This is the place I train at, and this is the place where the meet was held at. It was just an awesome venue, as always. And then I gotta also thank, all my family and friends, especially Nacho Lifts or Ignacio Chavez and Cesar Ramirez, who I shared the platform with, and I was helping handle them also. Their performances were pretty awesome. This was just their first meet, actually. And Caesar actually got the highest Wilks out of all of us because he was a 66 kilo lifter and he was lifting pretty close to our numbers. So, got to hand it to Caesar and Ignacio. Those guys were pushing me too, and I pushed them. I made sure to push them for sure. And then I also got to hand it to Brandon Zer and Chris Huber. Um, so Brandon, this is his fourth or fifth competition, I think, and I think it's his second or third with USAPL. He hit 9 for 9. He would hit a perfect meet, and he was just hitting PRs across the board. And then Chris Huber, this was his first meet, and he was hitting PRs also, and he put up a pretty good performance. I also met a couple people like Vance Wallace. Uh, oh my God, there were so many people I met that day. Um, that's what I love about powerlifting. It's like you meet old and new friends, and it's just so easy to communicate with everyone. Everyone's just there to have a good time. Everyone's helping each other. So you can't go wrong with the powerlifting community. And I gotta say, I'm coming back to USAPL. I said that about USPA, but yeah, I'm coming back to both. So I think those are the two federations I'm going to stick with for the next couple years. USAPL is very fun though, and just very well run, very efficient, and very high standard when it came to judging and everything. So loved it a lot. So definitely coming back next year, 2018, very strong, coming back leaner, and I'm just super excited. I want to go for Central or Midwest regionals or USAPL nationals, just depending on how the meet goes in the summer. So thank you for watching, guys. I'm sorry about this long commentary, but there's just so much to say about this competition compared to USPA, or my March meet last time. Just a lot more to reflect on this time, and I'm really excited to just kind of take some time off in this off season, recuperate, recover, etc., etc. But don't worry, 2018, I'm going to be coming back stronger, faster, leaner, and better. So I'll see you guys soon and look forward to the cutting series. And yeah, have a good one.